Every move's a racing muse. Corners meet with frantic cheer. Victory's scent is drawing near. Puzzle mania late at night, feeling high on this steel light. Meet with counting seconds ticking down. Victory's scent is drawing. Champion in this jigsaw town. Puzzle mania late at night, feeling high on this steel light. Meet with counting seconds ticking down. Tension snatch. Hands aligned at final class. Cheers are up, the crowd's amazed. In the glow of winning race, piece by piece we conquer all. Speed puzzlers in the hall. Eyes on target, hearts ablaze. In this rush we find our craze. Puzzle mania late at night, feeling high on this steel light. Counting seconds ticking down. Champion in this jigsaw town.
Pieces flying left and right. Time is running out, but it's alright. Patterns form like magic tricks. Fingers dance with quick, sharp flicks.
Eyes are locked on cardboard hues. Every move's a racing muse. Corners meet with frantic cheer. Victory's scent is drawing near. Puzzle mania late at night, feeling high on this steel light. Counting seconds ticking down. Champion in this jigsaw town. Brains on fire, tension snaps. Hands aligned at final class. Cheers are up, the crowd's amazed. In the glow of winning race, piece by piece we conquer all. Speed puzzlers in the hall. Eyes on target, hearts ablaze. In this rush we find our craze. Puzzle mania late at night, feeling high on this steel light. Counting seconds ticking down. Champion in this jigsaw town.
Pieces flying left and right. Time is running out, but it's alright. Patterns Patterns form like magic tricks. Fingers dance with quick, sharp flicks.
Eyes are locked on cardboard hues. Every move's a racing muse. Corners meet with frantic cheer. Victory's scent is drawing near. Puzzle mania late at night. Feeling high on this delight. Counting seconds ticking down. Champion in this jigsaw town. Brains on fire, tension snaps. Hands aligned at final clasp. Cheers are up, the crowd's amazed. In the glow of winning race. Piece by piece we conquer all. Speed puzzlers in the hall. Eyes on target, hearts ablaze. In this rush we find our craze. Puzzle mania late at night. Feeling high on this delight. Counting seconds ticking down. Champion in this jigsaw town.
Pieces flying left and right. Time is running out, but it's alright. Patterns form like magic tricks. Fingers dance with quick, sharp flicks.
Eyes are locked on cardboard hues. Every move's a racing muse. Corners meet with frantic cheer. Victory's scent is drawing near. Puzzle mania late at night. Feeling high on this delight. Counting seconds ticking down. Champion in this jigsaw town. Brains on fire, tension snaps. Hands aligned at final clasp. Cheers are up, the crowd's amazed. In the glow of winning race. Piece by piece we conquer all. Speed puzzlers in the hall. Eyes on target, hearts ablaze. In this rush we find our craze. Puzzle mania late at night. Feeling high on this delight. Counting seconds ticking down. Champion in this jigsaw town. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Pieces flying left and right. Time is running out, but it's alright. Patterns form like magic tricks. Fingers dance with quick, sharp flicks.
Eyes are locked on cardboard hues. Every move's a race in muse. Corners meet with frantic cheer. Victory's scent is drawing near. Puzzle mania late at night. Feeling high on this delight. Counting seconds ticking down. Champion in this jigsaw town. Brains on fire, tension snaps. Hands aligned at final clasp. Cheers are up, the crowd's amazed. In the glow of winning race. Piece by piece we conquer all. Speed puzzlers in the hall. Eyes on target, hearts ablaze in this rush.
Hello everyone, welcome to tonight's competition. Glad to see all of you there. This is competition number 35 and it will be a solo competition, and we have, oops, somebody has, okay. Welcome to tonight's competition. Glad to see you. Okay, I just heard myself then, there's some feedback going. All right, so welcome to those who are following us on YouTube. And tonight we have James joining us as co-host.
Hi, Michelle.
Hello. We also have Sandra and Rika. So you can pop in and say hi if you like.
Good luck, everyone. Have fun.
Yeah, good luck to everyone.
Okay, someone can't hear me. Anna? Anna, you can't hear me. All right. How about now? Can everybody else hear me? Okay. So, yes, okay, good. All right. Yeah, Sandra, since you're new here, well, many of us know you already, but for those who don't know you, would you like to introduce yourself?
Oh, yeah, I'm Sandra. I'm most often on Instagram under Puzzle and Meows, and I have my lovely puzzlers behind me here. And yeah, I'm usually in the chat cheering everybody on, but decided to help out some more tonight. So.
Yeah, so I love that you have puzzles and meows, and you have cats, and recently you got kittens and you named them after your favorite puzzle brands.
Yes. Two of them have moved now. Penny and Pinto are at the new homes and are having a good time. Raven is left, so she's sleeping in the bedroom, I think. But yeah, it's a bit empty without them.
Yeah, I think it's very cute that you named your cats after puzzle brands. They sound very cute. Pintu, Raven, and Penny.
Yeah, I couldn't help myself. I just had to.
Very good. How are you tonight, James?
Oh, pretty good, pretty good. Do you want me to say a quick hello to introduce myself, or
Sure,
want
you
to-
can tell us what's happening in your.
I'm James. James Nichols. I normally puzzle with my daughter Kasha, who is over this evening, but she's staying over that way. Barely competent competitive puzzler, and currently now secretary of the United Kingdom Jigsaw Puzzle Association. A few things going on in the UK, which we might talk about down the line.
Yeah, great. Yeah, well, I'm glad to have you all with us today. So, and I love your background, Sandra, admiring all those beautiful puzzle collections, puzzles on the wall. Very nice there. Great. So I'll just check how everyone is going, that we don't have any. Yeah, there was someone here called No Identity, but they have identified themselves. Okay. All right. So tonight we're expecting 82 participants. Yes, we've got 82 registrations. And tonight we have competitors from 3 countries that have, well, for the first time, 3 countries that have not been represented before. We have our first competitor from Cyprus, and we have someone from Israel, and we also have someone from Canada. But as far as I know, they are all living in Europe. But I thought that was exciting every time I see some new countries pop up in the country list. And actually, there was supposed to be another person from Canada participate, Elizabeth, who's actually living in Canada, but unfortunately her package is stuck at the airport. The Canadian Postal Service is striking, and she wasn't able to get her package in time, unfortunately. Okay, so we're about 4 minutes out. So I'm just checking that all the names on the participants, that I recognize that they also match a registration name. Okay, all looks good. All right. Okay, it looks like almost everyone has arrived. So we now have 90 people in the call, including those who are using double devices. Good. Okay, and another last minute registration came through. Oh, 2 more. Okay, so some people only register like 10 minutes before they join the competition. So we now have another couple. So that brings us up to 84 participants. Very nice. Okay, so we have 84 people registered. And yes, it's 2 minutes out. So everyone, you may unwrap your puzzles. So let's see what we're working with tonight.
It's a big box.
Yeah, so you can remove the plastic wrap as well. Good, so when you have unwrapped the puzzle and removed the plastic wrap, just place the puzzle back down on the table in front of the camera. Then we know that you are ready to go. Janine, you have the wrong puzzle. Janine, Lucy, that's the wrong puzzle. Did you check? Put that away out of the camera, please. Please remove it away from the camera. Please go and check your other puzzles, which has the right label. I'm a bit confused. Please check the label. Okay. We've never had that before. No, that one's too skinny. Just a moment, please.
Well, everyone gets a few extra nice minutes to have a look at the image and begin to work their strategies out.
Okay, we've never had that before. Janine, from what I could see, that was not the same puzzle that everybody else has. Can you just do, without showing the puzzle, can you just give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down? Does your puzzle match everybody else's puzzle? Like, just look at, can you just look at everybody else's on the screen? No, it's not. Okay, we've never had that before. I'm really sorry, something has gone wrong. So which means you cannot participate in this. We will replace that. We will give you another competition puzzle, but unfortunately can't participate in this competition. I'll have to sort it out offline with you. I'm really sorry about that. I wasn't expecting that, but we'll find a solution for you. I'm really sorry. Okay, then you can turn your camera off. Okay, thank you for your understanding. I'm really sorry. Okay, well, luckily I caught that. I'm really sorry. Okay, I don't want to hold you up anymore. Let's go. Let's do a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Whew.
Well, deep breaths, Michelle.
Oh, no,
I was very well picked up on because
I feel terrible.
I immediately tried to look up at the screen and see what it looked like, and I couldn't see it. So,
well, let me show you what the real puzzle should look like. This, let me have...
What's the name of the puzzle, Michelle? So I can just tap it in and have a look.
Yeah, so in French, it's called le musicien. So musician in French, barbu. In English, it's called the bearded musician. So best if you look for the English version. This is from a Pieces in Peace puzzle, and we have, a very cool bearded guy playing a keyboard We have lots of, so it's a graphical image. There's no gradients. It's all just block colors, a lot of lines, squares and circles, and a pretty fun image. Yeah.
I think I've got it.
All right. I'll just write the name in the chat.
That looks great. I love that. I love that sort of puzzle. There's so many really lovely, vibrant, different colors, and you could just go, "Oh, that's a cracker." It's always interesting with these illustrated puzzles because they quite often use a restricted palette. So you've got things like the red bouncing across in various different places, the pink and the greens. But I think with the different backgrounds and the way they work together and the sort of small coloured areas, I think that's going to work really nicely. I think you'll get some fast times on this. What sort of cut is it? Is it a regular cut or?
So this is, so it's a regular cut, and it's from the same producers as Bluebird. So Pieces and Piece and Bluebird have the same piece cut. So there can be some false fits because some of, there are some similar pieces, but here I think it's very unlikely because you have such clear, distinct patterns. Most of there's very few like completely same colored pieces. Yeah. All right. So I've on the screen I have AM. I'm not sure who that is. I think that's Anna M from Germany. Then we have Adriana from Sweden, Agnieszka from Latvia, Anna from Cyprus, Anna from Finland, and Anna from Germany. And somebody just disappeared. All right, nice to see. Some people were sorting. You can see, so the yellow shirt definitely stands out with the black grid pattern on it. Then we also have a big red boxy looking stereo with squares on it. There are 4 pot plants in the image. And there's also, he's sitting on a blue rug which has white spots. So that's also like a larger section as the rug.
Yeah. No, I think it's going to be fast because even the areas pulling the different bits that are the same color, there's the smaller areas have got a lot of difference within them. So the tower is obviously very different to the red area in the big keyboard area. And again, with the blues, there's the one bigger blue area, but then the other few smaller blues. So, and then a few little multicolor areas down at the bottom. Yeah, I think we'll see some fast times. What do we all think? What are we going to get to today? What sort of times? Have a little bit of people want to post guesses in the chat. That would be great.
Yeah, so now on the screen we have Annelies from Belgium, Arcadius from Poland, Astrid from Denmark, Bente from Norway, Bibi from Denmark, and Birgit from Germany.
I'm interested in how people tackle whether they will do, because there's so many really lovely little individual sortable shapes and colours in here, whether people will go for the frame first or whether they'll just be building the various different components. Nice. I like this one, Michelle.
Yeah, I thought this one would be pretty fun. Yeah, as you say, there's lots of very distinguishable shapes. So for people who like busy puzzles, like you can just pick pieces up and just put them roughly where they belong. It's not likely to get sections mixed up. The only part where I was a bit confused was with the 2 green plants with a black background. There they have the same green, but when you take a bit more time, you can differentiate between the 2 plants. Yeah, we can see Birgit has pulled out all the greens, all the pot plants.
I'm just looking at the art. The artist is Don Le Don. So is that in the teeth? Is that?
I have no idea. I'm terrible with French.
I think that's
Dans les dents.
dans les dents. Someone can definitely correct me in the chat if we've got that wrong. But I'm looking at their site. They've got some really, really beautiful, vibrant illustrations. Yeah, very nice. I like it.
Yeah. So Astrid has started on the border. So in the top left-hand corner, you can see there's like a yellow circle.
Yeah, that's coming already. Yeah, it's interesting what colours people go for first. I think there's definitely more people go for the sort of the yellows and the reds as the strong, bright, hot colours. But I remember talking to some puzzle people who said, "Oh no, always blue." But I think there's something for everybody here. There's whatever your first choices you sort out for. I think there's lots to get stuck into and get your teeth into. I'm just trying to see if there's any large areas that are just one blank colour. I mean, almost that yellow top left ball that a lot of people are just starting with is probably the biggest single blank area of colour, isn't it? And even that looks like it's got some texture on it. It's like almost like a moon, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, so everything is like basically like technical stereo speakers. Like in the end, I wanted to say there was a red stereo, then there's a pink stereo, but then I just kind of in my mind gave things names on what they looked like. So in the top right-hand corner, there's like this pink and white squiggly thing. So I just called it the brain. And in the bottom left-hand corner, there are some white circles with yellow centers. So they look like boiled eggs.
Yeah.
Even though it's probably like another type of stereo. So instead of calling everything stereos, I'm just going to say that's the boiled eggs and the brain. So let's see who else we have with us tonight. I'm leaving Astrid on the screen a bit longer. Then we have... so I'm started at the top of the alphabet with A, and we're going to work our way towards the end. So we have Cameron from Canada, who's living in France. We have Carolyn from Germany, Catherine from Luxembourg, Catherine from USA, and Charlene from Switzerland.
Our musician looks like he's got almost a bit of a Forrest Gump vibe going on after the long run with the hat and the beard as well. It's quite nice.
So we can see all 6 participants who we have on screen at the moment. They all have the sun, the yellow globe in the top left. So yeah, that's definitely one that stands out when you spill out the pieces. The yellows jump out, but especially that one because it doesn't have the black lines on it as the shirt does. So it's very obvious that the plain colored yellows all belong together. So that's a nice, easy one to start with.
Yeah, a lot of people have already gone for some quite serious sorting, haven't they? On the screen there.
Mm.
So has your heart rate come down now, Michelle? Are you all right?
Yes, but then I just got a message from another participant that they also have the wrong puzzle, unfortunately. No. So that's 2 people. So it looks like when they went to wrap some more, they just grabbed the pieces and didn't check that it was the same brand, but not the same image.
Is it? Do you think? Is it another one? Well, I suppose you shouldn't really. We won't investigate this at all. For want of any spoilers.
All right. Okay. So on the screen we have Chiara from Italy, and Kieran from Ireland. Oh, something
Kieran,
weird has
yeah.
popped up on my screen.
Daniel looks like he's he's in instead of Amelia tonight.
Exactly. Amelia had a meeting, and she said she was going to be late, and I said, don't be late, just let Daniel do it.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to see that he's here.
But the red panda is present and competing, the mascot.
Yeah, so this will be his first solo appearance. He's participated a couple of times in pairs.
And
yes, so we have sorry, I had something on my screen, some random ads just popped up on my screen and I couldn't get rid of them. So now I can see the participant list. So we have
so we've got Danique on the screen, who looks like she's done a lot of terrific sorting.
oh yes.
And Chiara's just gone in big time on the yellows.
She's just going straight to building.
Yeah, straight to building with this is the would we call that, is that chaos puzzling then? That's just all the pieces just there and building as we go.
Yeah, so it looks like she's pulled out the big section of the rug.
Yeah.
But yeah, nice to see what Chiara has.
Yeah. Chiara's nearly done all the yellow.
So Kian from Ireland, Claudia from Germany, Daniel from Israel/Finland, Danique from the Netherlands, and Daria from Denmark. Oh yeah, you can just see above Danique's hand. So she's already done this. These like two circles connected by stripes, which kind of looks like the like a tape deck. Like if you look at think of the original cassette tape, and you had these two circles with the tape wrapped around it. That's what those circles reminded me of. Yeah, so she's done like the two shoes. So the two shoes are blue, but they're a different blue to the rug and to the other blues in the image. So they also stand out quite nicely.
It is an interesting one looking across the full set of participant screens. How, I mean, I remember historically so many people would start with frame, and I think that probably more people are not starting with frame, just going in on sorting and detail. Fascinating.
Okay, so we have Dietmar from Germany, Elena from Latvia, Ellen from the Netherlands, Emma from Sweden, and Philippa from Portugal.
Nice.
Yeah, so Philippa's started with the frame and is pulling in the yellows now. And yeah, so it looks like the main starting spots are the yellow circle and the yellow shirt, which is interesting. I started with a yellow circle, but I left the yellow shirt till way in the end.
Yeah, I think there's always quite another interesting sort of thing I always quite like to think about is what in a puzzle like this is going to be the last bit. Is everybody going to be working? What is everybody going to avoid? What do you think? What's going to be the last bit that everyone's going to be filling in?
For me, it was the black.
Right. Okay. Is that? Are there a fair few just black pieces?
Not that many. So it actually went quite quickly, the background, because the main part is just filling in the green. So the two pot plants in the back. And then pure black pieces, like less than 10, I would say. And like maybe 5 of them are on the border. So it's actually very doable.
Even those are going to rip along quickly.
Yeah, but all the other pieces have at least 2 colors on them. So it's a lot easier to identify where the other pieces go.
And the trousers don't look like they're so thick that they would have isolated black in them.
Oh, maybe like 4 pieces or so.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Excellent. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if we get some really fast times today. So we're at 15. 15 and a half minutes in. And Ellen is similar with Chiara, has filled in that central yellow vest, but has also got her frame in place.
So on screen we have Freya from Denmark, Frida from Germany, Brigitte from Hungary, Hannah from Finland, and Eva from Latvia. So Hannah has done quite a lot. So she's done the man, including his clothes and the pink under his arm. So very similar to Chiara. But she's also done the border and has some little pieces hanging off the border.
Yeah, Hannah looks well along the way there.
Whereas I found the rug quite hard, so it's interesting to see Chiara going for that early. In the end, it wasn't that hard. I guess I just avoided it for a long time. So she's going to knock that one out of the way early on.
Yeah, even with the rug, there are so many adjacent things to give you clues and routes in, isn't it? It's that's quite nice.
Yeah, and Frisia is doing a completely different strategy. Whatever's catching her eye, she's placing it like roughly in there, roughly where it belongs. But yeah, everyone's doing really well. Everyone's flipped and found something to get started on. And everyone's at the building stage, which is nice to see. So I'll leave Hannah on the screen a bit longer, and then we'll move on.
You could probably almost sort this one to death, couldn't you?
So putting Inga on the screen. So Inga from the Netherlands, Janie from the UK, Jenny from Finland, Johan from Sweden, and Johanna from Germany. Oh, looks like we've got all the men. Everyone has the bearded musician, so... Yeah. And at this point I didn't have the musician. I left it till later because I like busy puzzles. I was quite distracted by all the bits and bobs happening around the border. So I had like the red blocks stereo, you could say, like the boiled eggs down the bottom, pot plant on the left, these like gadgety electronic-y looking things on the top left, and the brain on the top right. So I did all kind of the stuff around it, everything where I picked up a piece and I was like, well, I know where that goes, so I'm just going to put it over there. And I kind of worked my way from the outside towards the middle.
I think for sure this wouldn't be Kash's sort of puzzle. She hates these sort of puzzles. not gradienty enough for her. Nice to see Janie representing the UK. I think our only UK participant today.
Good, so I'll leave Inga on a bit longer, and then let's move to. So we're at J now.
Inga and Hannah look pretty neck and neck, I think.
So we have Jukka from Finland, Karin from Austria, Kati from Germany, Katrin from Switzerland, and Kirsten K from Germany.
Now, so this is our first sight of Kati, who, again, is very much building units and coming out from the centre.
Yeah, so she's really working on the middle section. So she's done working on some of the elements to the left and the right of the man to make those connections.
Interested in the markings on Kati's table, which I guess is a how big a landscape 500 might be.
Well, this one's portrait.
Yeah, yeah. It's certainly more developed with the bigger blocks there for Kathy.
Looks like Kirsten is kind of working on a bit of everything.
And Karen's got what you'd call the brain in and done. And it's actually got quite nice sections independently sitting around there.
So I'm going to leave Karen on the screen a bit longer. Then we have Kirsty from Finland. Then we have Lenka from Slovakia, Linda from the Netherlands, Lisa from Denmark, and Louisa from Australia.
I'm just coming up to 22 minutes now. That's
I wonder if there's anyone like me who didn't do the yellow man first. If everybody starts here, I have to do this a second time then and start with the yellow shirt. But actually, the beard does stand out because that's the only grey part on the image. So if you have, it's only like maybe 8 pieces of grey. So that's also a good starting point, just because there's very few pieces of that colour.
Who automatically would think about sorting for grey. Well, that grey stands out.
Surely there's one more person out of these 80 people that didn't start with the yellow.
I think
I have to find someone.
This was a bit weird when you've gone down a certain competitive strategy on a puzzle and you find out nobody else did it like that.
Yeah, well, I was busy doing everything around it.
You might have had the right strategy.
We'll see. Well, we'll see.
This was a comment in interviews with Alejandro. He says, he doesn't always start with the thing that's most obviously easy for him. He sometimes leaves himself treats for later on, doesn't he? But we have got a lot of yellow jerseys going on there on the screen.
It's my mission now to find someone who didn't start with the yellow shirt. Okay. Good. So we have, I'm leaving Lenka on there. Then we have Madara from Latvia, Magdalena from Poland, Maya from Finland, Maita from Belgium, and Maya from Slovenia. So it's interesting. Magdalena has done lots of different elements, but kind of independently of each other, without any structure or frame. So it'll be interesting to see once she's moves those elements into position and see which ones connect.
I think we may have found someone who's not done the yellow man, Michelle.
We have Mandy from the Netherlands, Mari from USA, Maria from Slovakia, Maria from Sweden, Matthias from Germany, and Miller from Finland.
When I saw this, I thought this puzzle would suit Mari. It's lots of little micro sorts that is what she's been talking about doing more of recently. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
certainly progressing along quite nicely there.
Yeah, I like how Maria looks very methodical and very precise and systematic. You can see very neat piles.
Very
and
neat.
Her islands are placed exactly where they belong there. And she's actually done the green broadleaf plant, like the 5-fingered one that kind of looks like a hand. So no, she's doing really well. And you can see she's working on the other pot plant. There's a bit more like tree-like, and just doing it very methodically.
Yes, I think that wins the so far most methodical setup we've seen.
The most tidiest speed puzzler.
Yeah. Yes.
And Maria's cat's having a nice nap there. All right.
In the box. I've completely missed that. That's excellent.
Great.
That's better to be trying to get in that box than trying to get in the other box. Oh, and there's another person. In fact, I don't think Mari's not actually put the yellow man together. Might have sorted the pieces, but hasn't put them together yet. So that's almost another co-strategist for you there, Michelle.
Sorry, which one?
So Mari's just got all the pieces there, but she hasn't put them together in the yellow man.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah. So, though I guess my strategy was more like her. I kind of did all the other things, did the piano, and then kind of filled it in towards the end. All right. So we also have Mooney from Germany, Nina from Denmark.
Nina's got some very nice sorting going on.
No Identity. I can't remember who that is. We'll just call them No Identity for now, because that's also what they'll be calling it. Yeah, then we have Nora from Finland and Quinta from the Netherlands.
Was it Anne? There's No Identity. Anne L.
That's Adela. Yeah, so No Identity is Adela. And
Right.
Adela is from the Czech Republic.
Adela. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, but no, everyone's doing really well. And I think this would be more on the easier side. I don't think anyone should be struggling here. And look at Mooney. She hasn't really connected much yet, but she has things roughly where they go. So that's very interesting.
Yeah.
So let's just get a close-up look at her strategy. Okay, so we're now up to getting towards the end of the alphabet. So we have Rebecca from Austria, Sammy from the USA, Sandra from Switzerland, Sarah from Sweden, Celia from Norway, and Simona from Germany. Oh, and Simona's doing hers sideways. Interesting. Yeah, just because the image is in one direction doesn't mean you need to puzzle it in that direction.
Mm-hmm. It's nice to see Sammy. Sammy is our current reigning puzzle chicken champion.
I like that. Reigning chicken champion.
reigning puzzle chicken champion.
Reigning puzzle chicken champion. Great.
Yeah. You missed that one, Michelle. It was great fun.
Which puzzle were you doing?
It was the finals one from Worlds. The
tiger. Oh, okay.
That was the last one of the UK socials.
Oh yeah, I did miss that one.
Yeah,
but I do have that puzzle. I did want to join in.
That was thrilling end. Anyway.
Yeah, so Sammy and Simona are both doing their puzzles sideways. Interesting strategy there. I personally, when I know the image is the other direction, I find it hard to kind of translate that in my brain to puzzle sideways. Like I kind of want to see it in the direction that it belongs, just because I know it has an orientation.
It is an interesting thing, isn't it? It almost deconstructs the whole idea of it being an image to just being colours and shapes. And I wonder whether that just suits some people's minds.
Well, I know that Sammy does a lot of puzzling upside down, so it's probably easier for her.
Yeah.
But, okay,
Yeah.
so
I've known Kasha do that too.
So let's just check in on some of our faster participants and see where they are at. Okay, so still some minutes left. So Hannah and Inga have about 60 pieces left. We'll get back to them soon. Actually, I'll just keep Hannah on there as our pacemaker. And we'll see if we can get through everyone.
Yes.
So almost there. So we have Sky from USA, Smaranda from Romania, Stephanie from Germany, so Stephanie K from Germany, Steffi H from Germany, and Stein from Belgium. So everyone's doing great there. Got a nice overhead view from Stephanie K in the right direction. Looking good there, but let's just check out the last participants before we narrow down to the contenders for top.
Yeah, Hannah's still got 30 or so pieces. I'd have thought to go, seems to be on the darks and the blues.
Okay, so we made it. We're at the last 6 participants.
Well done.
So I'm just going to put Hannah away just for 1 minute, and then I'm sure when I get back to her, she's going to be blitzing along. Okay, we have Stina from Norway, Tamar from the Netherlands, Tobias from Sweden, Valerie from Germany, Verena from Austria, and Veronica from Slovakia. The time's 33 minutes. Wow. Okay, Veronica is also very strong there. Got some really nice completed sections there, and just already got her piles ready for the plants to fill in. Looking really solid there. Valerie is also got some really nice big sections, as is Tamar. And
as you said, black looks like it is the last bit that a lot of people will be leaving or doing.
Okay, so Hannah is on the home stretch. So let's see who else is close to her in the pack.
Yeah, Hannah's got probably 20-ish pieces, I think. Difficult to say. Yeah, got the black around the legs and the black in the just to the side of the yellow sun to still to fill in. Inga's got a few more pieces in front of her there. Yeah, probably just about with Hannah at the moment, I'd say.
Yeah, so it looks like, I mean, she's been doing bluebird puzzles all day long, which have the same piece cut.
Has Hannah?
Yeah, she did some training today. So she guessed from the box size. So wrong brand, but same in the end. It's the same manufacturer. So she's storming ahead. She's got about 20 pieces left. Inga just very close behind. Probably about 40 pieces.
Look at Lenka doing the last bits with the black on a black table.
Yeah, the pieces do have a little bit of gloss to them. A bit reflective. Okay.
Yeah.
So we can't see all of Kati's image. And we also have Mari on screen, but she's still filling in some of the more colourful gaps or those with white pieces on there.
So it's pretty well everyone's up in the as they're finishing off into the black area.
Into the pot plants.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the one on the left is a bit more like a tree with like a long stem going up and then the branches off going off side to side. And the one on the right is more like a hand with like 5 big wider fingers. So at 36 minutes, so by the way, my time for this was 54 minutes 11. So
nice
Hannah is doing amazing. And everyone that we have on screen.
The Kati looks like she's frozen at the moment. So always really
then I'm going to take her off. I'm going to see who else is coming up in the pack.
Yeah, I think it's pretty close. I think it's still a bit close to call. I think looking at the piece on the table, I think it's difficult to call. Looking at the area left to fill in, I think Hannah has got the least area to fill in because she's done the right-sided plant, I think, whereas Chiara's got both plants still to go. So I think Hannah's looking good at the moment. Again, Inga's a little bit at the top of the screen, so a little bit difficult to spot.
Yeah, it looks like Hannah has the advantage here.
Yeah.
But it looks like Inga and Chiara are very close from the number of pieces, and they're working on the same sections there. Because you can see in Lenka's pile, there are still pieces with white, so she still has some gaps in the lower section.
So it's a nice clean puzzle. Can't see much dust around anywhere.
I just glanced at Emma and she has like 2 halves of a puzzle. It's very interesting.
Emma. All right.
She'll pop on the screen in a moment. But it's Hannah's victory tonight. Awesome. Well done, Hannah.
Well done, Hannah.
38 minutes. Awesome. Okay. Well, her training with this piece cut paid off. Oh, well, let's check out Astrid. Haven't checked her in a while.
Well done, Hannah.
Astrid is doing well. Okay, we have several coming up in the next pack. Let's also check.
Second and third is going to be tight, isn't it?
So let's check on Kati. Hopefully the screen is back on. Oh, yes. Okay, so big jump on Kathy's progress. But about 15 pieces left. She might sneak in ahead of Inga and Chiara. She's only got plain black pieces left. All right, go Kathy. And Lenka, very exciting.
Yeah, Kathy looks like she's...
So Lenka less than 20, but it's going to be Kati who claims second. Yeah. Done. Well done, Kati.
Nice. Excellent. That was terrifically fast at the end, Kathy.
Yeah, the screen froze and like her hand was like moving like this, and then completely froze. And we turned it off, and then suddenly, it's just like the last 20 pieces popping in.
The only time you'll ever see Kathy's hands not moving.
Yeah. Okay, so there was a 2-minute gap between Hannah and Kati. But, oh, Inga and Kiara, last pieces.
Oh, this is close.
He's going to get there. He's going to get there. Oh, and Inga goes into the third. Excellent.
Wow.
Okay, I'm just going to check where Tobias is at.
And Astrid and Mari are looking very close.
And well done to Lenka. So
Lenka's
Hannah,
there.
Kati, Inga, Lenka, and Kiara. Oh, there we go. Okay, so yeah, that was the first wave there. Hannah, Kati, Inga, the first. Kiara got there at fifth. Okay. So Gaza says that with Kati, there was an extra element of suspense with her, like freezing and then like not knowing how she was doing and then checking back on her and suddenly she was about to finish. Yes, that was very exciting. But yes, we're close to another finish and it looks like Veronica and Astrid will be the next ones to finish, closely followed by Mari. Oh, Astrid's got her pieces on the
Yes.
puzzle.
That makes it a little bit harder to spot, doesn't it? But again, it's finishing into the same spot, the tree on the left.
Come on, Veronica, you can make top 6 with your sister. So actually, that if Ellen, and Ellen's very close. She could also join the top 10 with her sister. That would be amazing if we had 2 sets of siblings in the top 10. Oh, Mari brings it home. Well done. The 7th. So Veronica was 6th, Mari 7th.
I'm guessing it's cold where Mari is. She's got a coat on.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine puzzling with like a puffy jacket. Okay.
Mari, turn the heating on. Yeah, everyone's on the plants.
Yeah, so that was amazing. So we just got to 44 minutes and we have plenty who are going to be finishing in the next few minutes. Let's see who's in the next wave.
Tobias is going very nicely. And Astrid.
Oh, Sammy's also getting there. So we're at 7th. We have 3 more places in the top 10 and Astrid claims 1. Well done, Astrid.
Well done, Astrid.
Oh, come on, Ellen. She wants this so bad. She really wants to be in the top 10 and she's so close. So it looks like, so Astrid was 8th. Look like Tobias will be 9th. Is anyone going to take 10th from Ellen?
Well, I think that's quite a close competition, isn't it? Because there's 3 on the screen there have got all the plants to do.
So Lisa Nielsen is also doing really well. I'm not familiar with her. She came 23rd in the Denmark Championship, but she's doing really well tonight. Oh, Kati wrote in the chat that she loved this puzzle. So sorry about the Wi-Fi. Oh, all right, well done, Tobias. In 9th place, and now is Alan going to make it? Oh, so let's see who else is coming up. Frigi. So sorry about the Wi-Fi. All right, well done, Tobias.
Yes, lots of love for the puzzle from Kathy on the chat.
She said she wasn't planning to really try so hard tonight, but when she saw the image, she was like, yeah, I got to try that. So then she put on the gas. I wonder if Ellen knows how close she is to a top 10 spot.
You're never sure whether people are listening or have tuned out with their earphones.
Yeah, she usually has bigger headphones on. But she's just like 20 pieces away. I don't see anyone who's like coming up in contention, but you never know. We could suddenly catch sight of someone who's got like 10 pieces left. But she trains so hard. I mean, I really want her to get that top 10 spot. She just does so many puzzles. She's so dedicated to her training. And I know she wants it so bad. So actually there's so all three C-No sisters are participating tonight. So Inga, Ellen, and Mandy.
In different venues or just have a lot of tables?
Well, we've often seen people sharing the same table. We've often seen 2 puzzles at the same table, but this night it looks like they're all at their separate homes. Okay, so on screen right now we have Ellen, Lisa, Valerie, Sammy, Regina, and Carolyn.
Ellen's looking good, I think. Sammy's doing almost like a rough piece sort for the last few, but I think Ellen's going along nicely.
All right, 5 pieces left.
And I think that we got approval on the puzzle from Hannah in the chat as well.
Great puzzle from Hannah, great. All right.
He chose well.
And Ellen gets it. So, recap. First, Hannah. 2nd, Kati. 3rd, Inga. 4th, Lenka. 5th, Kiara. 6th, Veronica. 7th, Mari. 8th, Astrid. 9th, Tobias, and 10th, Ellen. So we have we have Lenka and Veronica sisters in the top 10, and we have Inga and Ellen. I think that's so much. Oh, I think that's amazing. Sister power there. Well done.
Well done, everybody. That was terrific. Oh, there was excitement right the way through there. It's so lovely how with puzzling you quite often get just individual little moments, but it's not all just about the win, but just little, you suddenly just find within competition 2 people off against each other and you're just working out who's getting there. And
yeah, and have you been watching the recap video from Karen?
Yes, I have.
Just,
I have.
Yeah, it's just been fun, like reliving it, and also like the moment when the last one puzzling in the semi-final of Gosha, like just how everyone just got behind and was just enjoying that moment,
I think
cheering on the last person.
They've been real. I mean, the Karen Worlds videos have been such sort of landmark moments in competitive puzzling over the last 3 years. You know, they've sort of shaped the whole activity really. They're already at about 300,000 views each, I think.
Yeah, I think, and I like, it's always exciting to watch the finishes of like the good people, but it's also just I just love the community element, just seeing all the cheers. Some people were just so relieved when they finished. Some people just scraping like in the last minute. Like those are almost as exciting as seeing the people who can do it like in super times.
I love that she does like an hour and 20 minutes and puts in all the stats and stuff, because I was sort of thinking I'd really like to know that, and then and then she just does it all for you.
Yeah, she's done incredible work for that. All right,
that's great.
So yeah, we have the 10th, but we still have a bit of a gap before the next finisher. But we have a lot of people lined up. So Sammy is really close, and Quinta have about the same number of pieces, as does Carolyn. So all like without about 20 pieces left. Lisa also has about 20 pieces left. Emma in the same bunch, and then a few more, so maybe with 30 pieces is Danique. Oh, but that was really exciting. Really happy to see that tonight. Yeah, and thanks to Sandra and Rika in the background, who were giving me all the hints of who to watch, because yeah, it got a little bit hectic there at the last moment.
Nice.
So on screen we have Lisa, Sammy, Carolyn, Emma, Quinta, and Danique. Oh, Tamar finished. Okay, I didn't catch you. Yeah, this is the first time Tamar has participated. Tamar is from the Netherlands. Oh, and we don't know you, but you another fantastic puzzler from Netherlands. So many. Okay. Yes. So Tamar is 11th. All right, Fruity. Yeah, so I don't see anyone who's not finishing with the pot plants in the black so far.
No. I think there's so many times you do finish on black, don't you? It sort of is the poorly differentiated misery bit of your puzzle. I wonder whether that's almost like becomes a habit for many of us, that you tend to leave the black to the end. Like the blue vinyl record, Ravensburger one from Worlds, is almost entirely lovely, apart from the top right-hand corner, which is black.
So Carolyn Schernice, well done. Now we have things are going to move fast here. Now we're getting like the time is 54 minutes. Well done, Sammy. Yes. Fruity.
Carolyn, Sammy, Fruity, yeah.
Sarah. Yeah, and this is so important to have two assistants here, because we have 80 people to keep an eye on, and I'm trying to shuffle everyone around that we don't miss anyone. So we've had 14 finishes.
So Emma and Quinta very close.
Yeah, we're going to have multiple people finishing within
Yeah,
these
so
minutes.
we've got a lot just coming in to finish, haven't we?
Yeah, like in the minute, so just going on my timestamp, in the minute of 57, we had 3 people finish, and in the 58 minute, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people finish. So it's going fast. So I need to shuffle people up again on the screen and just get everyone. Yeah, so congratulations to all of those who have finished. If you'd like to continue listening to the live stream, you can hop over to log out of here of the Google Meet and hop over to YouTube. That helps us to keep a better overview.
AM done. And Verena. Quinta says, thanks for the puzzle. Love this one. Struggle with the plants. Good luck, everyone. Have a nice evening.
Thank you. Yeah, struggling with the plants. I think that might be a common sentiment. And another finish. So I think we have about 20 by now. 22. It's just going so fast. I can barely keep up with putting the next ones on the screen. So we're going to have a lot of finishes under 1 hour.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I see Linda. Linda is about to finish. Yeah, so this is one of our biggest competitions so far in terms of number of people. So yeah, it's just making like the times a lot more dense. But then it's good. The more people we have, the more like realistic it is. You have with the spread of times. And that's how it was at the Worlds when you had so many people. Then you would have multiple people finishing in the same minute. Oh, there we go again. Well done.
Is the number that you set, Michelle, based on you just have an idea in your head what you think the most you can cope with is?
No, I've been gradually increasing them, but we're pretty much at our maximum. Like we can't have more than 90 participants in this type of format with the live stream.
Because of the stream and the call.
Well, yeah, but in this format, I only can have 100 participants.
Right.
And that includes like me and you and the assistants, and some people have double devices, so we're really at our limits. So I don't even want to do the first interview yet because I want to get people on the finishes. It's just moving so fast.
Oh, it's flying now.
It's just flying. This is going to be like our fastest puzzle yet in terms of the number of the number of people finishing in the same minute. Like
yeah.
I feel a bit on edge because because once I start doing an interview, like I'm not as focused on the people on the screen. As long as like there's so many like rolling in, I have to keep up adjusting the screen and getting everyone on there. So we'll start the first interview. So you have a bit of a break, and I'll get to you in about 5 minutes, Hannah.
I'm still not. Everybody seems to be finishing on the green though. It is. it is almost universal. Whereas we saw lots of different tactics at the start. Ending up in the black and the green is, as I said, I haven't really seen anybody else not doing that. Sting's looking good. Yep, going to get another run of finishes.
Oh, and Maria. Oh, sorry, Maria, we didn't have you on screen. Oh, but Janie is so close, and Mandy, last pieces, and Stein.
So we're just over the one.
Just gone 1 hour. How many people have we had finish in 1 hour?
Are you just totting up how many within the hour?
Yeah, so we just had about 30 finishes in the hour. 30 people finish. I think we've had about 20 people finish before under an hour, but 30, that's pretty amazing. Okay, Hannah, if you're there, I think I have a moment to breathe. I can bring you in now. Hello. Sorry, James, I have to focus on the finishes, but you go ahead and chat with Hannah. Congratulations.
Hi, Hannah.
Amazing.
Hi, James.
How are you?
Fine, thanks.
Lovely to see you. Haven't seen you since Spain. So
yeah, lovely to see you too.
That's an impressive looking cabinet you got behind you there. That's that's rather beautiful. Is that specially made for you, or?
No, it's a Scandinavian brand. Yeah, it has been discussed a few times during these EJG interviews.
Yep. I'm just wondering if it's
puzzles.
My immediate thought is whether it's actually real or whether it's just a painting or something. And you had a
puzzles.
You had a day off to practice puzzling today.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's lovely. So, what did you think of it? It sounded like you liked this puzzle. What was your thoughts on the puzzle today?
It was great. I loved the puzzle. Yeah, it was just my style. You immediately know which pieces go where, and there are no question marks left.
Yeah, I didn't see you at the beginning. I only saw you as you were sort of racing towards your finish. What was your front end? What did you do as your front end strategy?
I did the edges first, and then I started with the yellow square shirt and other yellow parts, and then I did the gray parts and pink, different patterns. I left the plants to the end, as did mostly everyone.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Do you have that thing in your head about black being something that you always tend to leave?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's very dark here, but I guess it's everywhere at this hour. So.
Yeah. Right.
But it didn't matter with this puzzle with so bright colors and no, I don't have the English words, but like bright colors and strict lines. So it didn't matter.
And have you got any competitions coming up in locally in the next few months, or is that?
No, we have the Finnish Nationals coming up in the beginning of April, and before that, I'm going to France for the 24-hour competition with some international puzzlers. So, yeah.
How many in the teams for that?
We have 6.
And
it's me.
Who's in the team in your team?
Me, Andrea, Chiara, Victor, Alejandro, and Karen.
An all-star team.
That's like a super group band. That's quite something. Gosh.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that.
Where and when is this? I've almost come to France to watch.
It's in the beginning of March, the first weekend of March.
Wow, that's quite something, isn't it? That's that's both a fantastic team to be part of and a really lovely group of really lovely people. So,
Exactly.
What a treat. Is it in Paris?
No, it's in a smaller place. I don't remember the place now, but I will send you the details.
Yeah. That's quite something. Gosh, I'm sure that'll be a hoot.
I know
Yes.
when I heard the lineup, I was like, I just want to go there just to watch.
Yeah. So it's 24 hours of just, it's like the Belgian one. It's just see how many pieces can we get done in 24 hours.
Exactly.
Oh,
So how many
Wow.
pieces did you do today then? Like, are you is this part of your training, doing just one puzzle after another, building up like the stamina?
How many puzzles I did today?
Yeah. How many
I
pieces?
think I only did only three before this one. But I have been not puzzling for weeks properly because I have been on my dance mom duties around around Europe. I just returned from Poland last night, and before that we were in Germany. So
what style of dance?
last 6 days it was jazz dance and modern, and my eldest one, she's a world champion now, so it's going quite nicely to our family. And Mintu here, she's a vice world champion in show
Wow.
dance. So
Wow. Gosh, well,
it
congratulations.
has been some great weeks for our family now.
Yes. Well, we'll love a very specific area of hobbies and activities. So I think that's great. Well done to the lot of you. That's fantastic. So you've had a few
And
weeks. Have you? Do you think?
yeah, but actually last Saturday the girls were not competing, so Victor visited me in the competition city in Poland, and we did some pairs puzzling together. That was fun, and he also brought me some Polish treats like candy and cookies and everything, and I ate them before this competition. So I'm sure that Victor's speed got to me through those treats.
Fueled by the sweets of Victor. There you go. That's
Yeah.
yeah. How do you go after you've had like 2 weeks of no puzzling? Do you find that sort of hard to pick it back up again, or do you actually find you're faster?
Actually, I think I am faster. It's a good thing to take some time off and do other stuff and take your mind off puzzling totally. Didn't have time to think about puzzles.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. Good. Right. Well, it looks like you've got some, further business you've got to sort out behind you there. So shall we let you go?
Yeah.
It's all
Thank
right.
you.
Lovely
It was
to
a
see
fun
you.
one.
Yeah, you did amazing tonight, Hannah. Congratulations.
Thank
That was
you.
amazing. Good
Well done,
night.
Hannah. So nice to
Bye-bye.
see you again. Bye.
All right. So I've lost count, but where everyone, oh, hang on. We might be getting close to 50. Okay, so I think we are around 50 puzzlers who have finished at 1 hour and 9 minutes. Amazing. So we started off with over 80 puzzlers.
Looks like everyone's making great progress. Have you had an event where you've had everybody finish, Michelle?
Yes, we had with pairs, it's happened twice that everybody finished, but of course pairs is 2 people working together and it's still 2 hours. So, but still there are many pairs events where not everybody finishes. And yes, we had 1, possibly 2. Yeah, so also from this brand, Pieces and Peace, we had Amsterdam from a coffee shop, and that one also every single participant finished within the time limit.
I'm just looking at Anne's surface that they're working on there on the screen. That looks challenging.
Yeah, and I can just imagine like the roughness as I rub my hands over it.
Just try to slide pieces across.
Yeah, like I know what that feels like. Like we have these random like boards
OSB or whatever it is. Yeah.
Around.
Yeah.
Oh, so I hope she doesn't get a splinter from that surface.
It's like adds a bit of jeopardy to the puzzling. Yeah.
But doing really well considering that less than ideal circumstance.
Yes, yes. Again, we've got a lot of people heading for a finish here.
Yeah, like I'm kind of struggling to keep up with everyone. Like I think of all the competitions, like we're at 35 now. I think this is the competition where I've like most been like just trying to keep up, except for maybe the first competitions when I was completely by myself, when I had no co-host and nobody giving me hints of who to watch on the screen. I think back then I was quite overwhelmed. Don't want to think back to those days. Like considering all the help that I have two more sets of eyes in the background checking out the finishes, like I'm still
I've been looking back over the last few that you've been doing, and there's some lovely ones, really nice. But I think this would probably be my favourite of the ones in the recent Jigsaw Jams.
Yeah, it's nice when there's just an image that's kind of unusual in the sense it's not a typical puzzle image. Like there are some images now that are kind of, it's like you've seen it before, maybe just, it's a scene of some cafe and a street, kind of like we've seen this before, or we've seen the Eiffel Tower in London several times. But this one is pretty original.
I was looking at on screen, 50% of the people on screen have done it landscape.
Yeah, or maybe did they start landscape though, or did they perhaps just at the end they flipped it
to the top end, yeah,
rather than reaching over to the other side to do those trees?
Maybe, yeah, that would make sense.
Oh, okay. Sorry, go ahead.
That's when you turn it and half the bits fall off the edge of the table that you've got to worry.
Yeah, so Cameron, who from Canada, he finished and said that this was his first time participating, and he had a great time and a good image. Looking forward to the next puzzle. Well, we're happy to have you, Cameron. Thanks a lot. So on screen right now we have Anna L, Anna Art, Annalise, Yuka, Frida, and Dietmar. All doing fantastic.
Oh, Dietmar. I need to know if Dietmar found some puzzle-related activity to do in London.
All right, so let's bring in our second place tonight. And second was Kati. I have to make some space on the screen. Yes, somebody has finished. Kati, are you there? Okay, Kati's not there at the moment. Third place was...
I'm here.
Oh, you are?
Sorry.
Okay, I'll bring you.
I just started in the live stream. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Here we are.
Hi, Kati. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well done, Kati. That was great.
Thank you.
That was very impressive. It sounded like you really liked that one.
Yeah, I love this puzzle. Initially, I didn't plan to go in full speed tonight, but when I saw the image, I was like, okay, I gotta try it. It's so beautiful. And I'm thinking it's like my exact type of puzzle because it's so distinct sections. And yeah, that's what I love about puzzles.
I just had a very nice long drive the other day, and it was great because I got to listen to the Peace Talks Kristen's interview, which shoehorned so nicely into your one because it was in both of your stories about the semi-final, and that was so because I remember listening to your one and thinking that was such a nice explanation of what happened with the semi-final and what those moments were like for both of you. That was really good.
Yeah.
Have you found you've had any? I guess we were talking earlier on about the Karen puzzles videos coming out, and how probably last year that was an interesting moment for you because quite a lot of people watched those, and then this year we've had the same again. Have you had a chance to watch them this year?
Yeah, I watched the first one already. I didn't have time to watch the second one, but I'm planning to watch it tonight. So
Yeah, they're quite long, aren't they?
yeah.
Yeah, but no, that was I was finding it's very interesting for like what we would consider within our community of the puzzlers, about like absolute elite puzzlers, what it's like when those videos drop, because I'd imagine that was a bit different for you last year.
Yeah.
Because obviously within our puzzle community, you know, everyone saw what you did last year, and that was impressive. And then this year again, you know, again super impressive with the records and everything like that.
Thank you.
Do you suddenly find like you get more messages on Instagram or anything like that? Or?
Yeah, it was like that last year because I wasn't like known in the puzzle community last year, but I feel like this year I didn't realize many more followers than usual, you know. So
I really loved your Peace Talks interview. It was full of wisdom, which I just really wanted to sort of, if I got the opportunity to say to you, I really found it really full of wisdom. There's so many sensible, thoughtful things you said in there. The thing you said about taking a break. I'm very much taking a break at the moment and really enjoying it, but looking forward to getting back into running into British Nationals. And the thing about within the competition, taking time, you know, when you said you went off to the gym and things like that, there were so many things within there. I loved it for a short, you know, for a listen for an hour or so. It was really a very inspiring podcast, I thought. So,
thank you very much.
Yeah, so thank you for that. That was,
I agree. I listened to it. I was doing a speed run of a 1,000 piece puzzle, and it was like the perfect like backdrop. But it was just really interesting. So anyone who hasn't, have a listen to the Peace Talks episode with Rob, EB, and Kati. I won't give you any spoilers. It's just very interesting, and it shows your maturity and also like the stats. I was like, wow.
yes.
Like
yes.
you came prepared.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, it was very impressive. Yeah.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate the words. I think it's always great if you like share honest thoughts about your experiences and then realize that people can connect with that or, you know, feel inspired by it. So I really appreciate the words. Thank you.
Yeah. And then the other thing also was that another real highlight for me of Worlds was I was one of the very few people who got to watch almost entirely you and Chiara at the back of the room doing the
Oh yes,
because Kasia had been talking to Chiara. We were going out for dinner with Chiara that night, and I don't know. I mean, whether this is widely out there, but Chiara and Kati decided to do the semi-finals puzzle. It was while it was
Brunch Crunch.
Well, yeah, the Brunch Crunch one, and we did see within the dome a sub 20-minute time for a puzzle. It's just not in competition, but that was so exciting to see. And your sister was hilarious. It was good. It's a second year of thorough entertainment from your sister in relation to World. She was very funny. That was great. That was again a lovely moment to see. So again, another thank you for that.
Thank you.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great experience. I remember we were pretty tired after our own qualification round. We were in qualification round C, and then we saw that it was Brunch Crunch, and we really liked the image. So we decided, okay, let's do it. We still want to do it. And then suddenly all the energy of the day came back, even though we were tired before. But seeing the image, we were so energized again. So
that ended up such a long day. I think Chiara, we all ate food around about midnight. It was so late. Yeah, no, that was great fun. That was great. Oh no, brilliant. So well done today. That was absolutely fantastic. Out of 10, would you say on preferred type of jigsaw, where would you say that would rank? Is that pretty well a 10 or
today's puzzle?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think at least 9.5, but probably 10.
I almost want to leave a little bit of room just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was great. Oh, well, it's wonderful to talk to you, Kati.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, wonderful stuff. Okay, should we let you scoot off now? Is there anything else from Michelle for Cathy?
No, it was just, yeah, very funny to see. I knew I would have to check back with you when your screen froze. So that
Yeah.
it reminds me of the Paris postcard when they were like, oh, yeah, we're watching Cathy. And then like this, I was actually commentating on that round. And yeah, that was Paris postcard. And then you had started the Eiffel Tower, and then the screen went away, and then it came back again, and I think Val said, oh, you blink, and then the Eiffel Tower is done, and it kind of felt like that again. So that was fun. All right, have a good evening. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Nice to talk to you, Cathy.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Great. Yes, intense is the word. So I'm just checking the messages from Rika and Sandra, and we can have a breather moment now. We now have everybody on screen. But yes, they're just saying it was a more intense than usual and a super fast competition. That I agree. So thanks very much for their support. Couldn't have done it without them. All right, let's see who else is going to finish. Or Adriana's looking good, and Nora. Yeah, I feel quite excited. I feel like I need to relax now. Good. So on screen we have Kieran, Matthias, Catherine, L, Anna, V, Adriana, and Nora.
Kieran's getting support from Kay Fletcher on the chat. So.
Oh, and Adriana, well done. Oh, and Kieran, last pieces. He's standing up for this one.
Yeah, Anna's nearly there.
Oh, and Matthias. So the time is 1 hour and 23 minutes. Oh, it looks like Sandra is on her way. Yep, so Sandra's flipped the puzzle around to get a better view of the last plant.
Yeah, that seems to be a common tactic, actually.
Well, I wasn't expecting that. But yeah, no, it is this. It feels like this puzzle was really made. This image is perfect for puzzling, I have to say. Just great sections, easy to identify. Don't have to wonder where things go.
I think there's no bits that you're going to get super bogged down in, as it. If you got a bit stuck on an area, there's plenty more to go on to and then come back to.
Exactly.
And there's not any large areas where you're just going to be, one thing. Almost everything else is bordering something else.
So just to recap, oh, did I not write who was in the top 10? Oh yeah, here we go. So Hannah, Kati, Inga, Lenka, Kiara, Veronica, and Mari. That was the top 5. And then to finish off the top 10, let me just check that. So after Mari was Astrid, Tobias, and Ellen.
Yeah, a lot of these are coming to a close. I'm just looking to see who's got a way to go. 1 or 2. We're coming up to.
So let's see.
125 now.
Inga, if you're still there, then I'll bring you in.
Hi.
Hello. I don't have you on screen. Oh, there you are. Just got you at the bottom. I didn't want to move anyone off the screen because they're all they're all just about to finish. But and Catherine's cat is lying like fully on her puzzle. It's very cute. So, all right, good. So, yeah, tell us about your puzzling today, Inge.
When we unwrapped the puzzle, I was like, oh no, not pieces and peas. Because of course, with Amsterdam from a coffee shop, I had the messed up puzzle with all these extra pieces and missing pieces. I was like, oh no, I don't like this brand. But this time my puzzle was complete, no extra pieces. But I was a bit worried when we unwrapped it. But yeah, I think it's a pretty cool image. The plans were hard, and I also really struggled with the legs from the guy. They were very confusing to me. But otherwise, it was very fun, and you really flew through it. I agreed with you. The first thing I thought was, oh, those things in the bottom left corner look like eggs. So I have the same approach to puzzles. I was like, oh, the eggs are over there, and I really liked it. And of course, happy to have reclaimed my position as third place queen, as I'm now known as. So yeah.
And a good day for the family as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I discussed it with Ella. She was very excited to have finally made top 10. She watched back her finish and heard Michelle's commentary, and she was like, yeah, I really wanted it. So yeah.
Yeah.
And Mandy also did pretty well. I don't know exactly what her spot was, but so yeah.
Are you all in 3 different locations?
Yes.
Is this how you communicate as a family?
Yeah, so actually Ella and I were kind of planning maybe to puzzle from the same location today, but then in the end it was easier to just both do it at home. But on Saturday, we will be competing from the same location because we will be a pair in the Euro Jigsaw Jam for the first time. So we're excited about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Good. And what did you think this is a pretty easy puzzle then? You're fairly happy with the difficulty here?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, yeah, I think it's the same as some other people said. Like, it's really easy distinguishable where things go. And so that really helped. Though I forgot that there were some black pieces in the bottom at the bottom as well. So I was like, why does this piece not fit anywhere at the top? Because I thought
Is that the leg you said?
Yeah, but I was already confused by the parts of the leg that were like half leg, half rug.
I had the same problem. I had like a black piece left, and I was like, there's no gap left. I'd done all the background, and then I missed. Oh, there's like a hole in the leg.
Yeah, but I had like 6 holes in the leg, so quite a few pieces that I tried at the top didn't fit, obviously. And I was like, I don't need the shape anywhere. What's going on? So yeah.
And are you puzzling all the time at the moment, Inge? Or have you taken any time off over the last few months, or you've been pretty well hitting it?
I mean, I haven't really had as much time to practice puzzling. So it's mainly now we have some practice sessions for the Dutch Championships, which we also have. We have our preliminary round this weekend. So we've had some sessions there, and I've started doing pairs with my sister because we hadn't really puzzled together at all yet. But otherwise, I haven't really gotten around to puzzling on my own, except for all the Euro Jigsaw Jams.
So tell me about preliminary rounds. Is there a sort of qualifying competition for the Dutch Nationals then now?
Yeah, so the preliminary rounds take place like at different locations in the Netherlands on different days. So there's already quite a few rounds that have already taken place, but then some will take place next year. And at each qualifying round, there's like the top 3 teams and the top 3 pairs and the top 3 individuals will qualify for the final.
And so, how many people in the nationals final is that? Is it really just limited to those who qualify through preliminaries?
Yeah, it's only those who qualify, and I think it's like, I think it's like 60 teams and then 30 pairs and 30 individuals, something like that. I don't know, but like there's so many teams participating. It's quite a big event because of they split all the preliminary rounds. They can accommodate a lot of people. So I think actually I will look it up in the meantime because I'm curious. But I think there's actually so many people participating in teams.
I think Eric said it's about 3,000 people all up.
Yeah, I think so. It's a lot. Like they have on their website, they have like a counter that goes up that says like the amount of participants, but it takes some time to load. So you have like the I don't know if it's already loading. You see all the number keeps going up. So it's 3,000 people.
Wow,
752 teams participating. So
that's fascinating. I don't know any other countries that do this. Do we know of any others? Have you heard of any other countries that do prelims? Because it feels to me this is, with the fact that Worlds is still, you can pay to play basically with Worlds. I wonder whether this is how Worlds is going to go. But it's really interesting that it's already occurring in like one country's nationals already.
Yeah, and it's already been this way like since it started. I think it started in like 2017 or something. But it's not one of the. It's not Ravensburger puzzles, so it's also not from with the association that's connected to the World Jigsaw Puzzle Association. But I know that the Speed Puzzling Netherlands group might want to try to set up like a Dutch nationals for Ravensburger puzzles as well. So maybe at some point we'll get Ravensburger nationals as well. But then we'll have like two.
It's going to be like a
next to each other.
a puzzle superpower war going on in the Netherlands.
Yeah, but like the Dutch championships are also very different from other puzzle competitions because it's also like there's a lot of people who are just participating for fun. So there's like always loud party music on when a lot of people are singing along, and then you have we always have to start with the Dutch anthem because it's a Dutch championship. So of course it's you have to have the anthem. So we all sing the anthem, and then it's really so. Of course you have some competitive teams, but it's also just a lot of teams who are just there for fun, and they have their beers and their bitterballen, which is a Dutch snack. And it's just.
Is it very orange?
I know, but so it's really, really fun, but it's a really different ambiance than other competitions. Because I think like one of the first in-person events I did that was not the Dutch Nationals was in Trier, and there were some other Dutchies there. They were like, it's so quiet here and so serious because it was so different from what we're used to. So normally we find there's a bit of a hubbub at the beginning when everyone looks at the puzzle and then it just goes deadly silent. Yeah, I know. I think it's the moment a lot of people like most when they're watching speed puzzling is when people unwrap the puzzle and throw the piece on and just like it's a lot of chaos at the start, and that's always really fun to watch.
Is it a bit of a sort of, is there a bit of a thing where if you don't quite make the grade, then you'll travel to the next one to go and try and get a qualifying? And some people are like going to lots of...
Yeah, it happens. Like some people participate in multiple locations but like it sells out really quickly. So if you want to participate in multiple towns, you really have to try very hard for that, because I think the pairs and individual, I think it sells out in like 10 minutes or something. It's insane.
Gosh,
I'm not sure how fast it was this year, but all these categories, they sell out so fast. So it's really, you cannot decide after you've lost your qualifying round to try again in another town. You have to prepare that beforehand. So it's keeps getting harder and harder to join multiple rounds.
Not faster than Michelle's competitions.
So there's some.
I mean,
oh, sorry.
they sell out pretty fast as well.
There's something I have to say. So at Worlds, I was interviewed by Tammy and Yvonne, also known as Two Puzzle Unicorns. For their, they interviewed me for their YouTube channel, and I didn't know what questions they were going to ask me. And one of the first questions was about Europe and about speed puzzling in Europe. And they kind of like asked me the questions as though I was the expert for speed puzzle in Europe. As in general. And so they asked me like which is the I can't remember what the question was, but something along the lines of where is the most things happening in Europe, and which is the most popular speed puzzling country or something like that. And I wasn't expecting that question, and of course the first thing I said was about Spain and how they have competitions every week. And then it was after the interview, when it had already finished, like maybe later that day, I was thinking about the questions, and I was like, why didn't I mention the Netherlands? Like, the Netherlands has such a strong puzzle culture and has this huge competition that involves so many people, not just like, here's a competition in this part of the country and a completely different one over there, but it unites like the whole country, and it kind of builds to this finale. And so I apologize in advance to all the Dutch people that I didn't mention what a great speed puzzling culture that the Netherlands has, and that I just didn't think about. I wasn't expecting that question.
No, I can imagine, but it's really different because I think Spain has a lot of competition, so you can participate many times, and like the Netherlands has like one really big competition, so it's a bit different because for me, I participate then in one preliminary round and the final, and that's it. You know, so it's not that many competitions as an individual, but it is a very big event, and I think also a lot of people know that the Dutch Championship exists. And I think you can also see like the amount of Dutchies that participate in Euro Jigsaw Jams, and I think it's quite becoming a popular sport, I guess.
I was so impressed when we came to Trier how high the standard was. How many excellent puzzlers there were at your in-person event, Michelle. It was really impressive. The whole puzzle community seems to just be getting faster and faster, but certainly for people who probably didn't have so far to travel to get to that, the turnout and the quality was just excellent.
Yeah, I think it also really shows how Michelle's kind of uniting all the puzzlers from all different countries. So I feel like, everyone knows each other better, and it also makes those kind of in-person events much more fun because, you meet all the people who you normally only see online. And
yeah, no, wonderful. Good. Okay, well, shall we let you go?
Well, congratulations again.
With my second puzzle.
Brilliant. Well done, Inga.
We'll see you on Saturday.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. So well done to everyone who's finished so far. The time is 1 hour and 39 minutes. So still have 20 minutes left. We have Kirsty, Rebecca, Bente, Johan, and Daniel still going. So we're rooting for you. And 20 minutes. I think all of you can complete it. Just keep on moving, keep up your momentum, and we're all cheering for you. So let's bring in our guest interview for today. That would be Maya from Slovenia. Hello.
Hi. Hello.
So would you like to introduce yourself?
Well, I'm Maya from Slovenia. I think this is my third or fourth competition with speed puzzle. I've been puzzling since I was 5 or something, but I started speed puzzling in the last year when Jeanette brought the competition to Slovenia. So it's been really fun practicing and improving in this time.
Mm-hmm. So have you been participating in the competitions at the board game store with Jeanette?
Yes, I've been a few times. I know.
Mm-hmm.
So I did my homework, and I have watched Jeanette's Slovenian Nationals summary, My goodness, who can I just ask the question? Do you know who chose the puzzles?
I'm not sure. It
Because-
might be Alfonso.
Oh, Alfonso, whether right, okay. Because certainly, I mean, I think the chairs is sort of a tough one, but the one for pairs, the Eye of the Glacier, I don't think anybody's ever thought that would come up in competition. What was both your reaction as a pair and the feeling within the room when that was revealed? What was that like?
So we're talking here about the Slovenian championships that happened 2 weekends ago.
Yeah.
So the first national competition, so also associated with the World Jigsaw Puzzle Federation, and so which is brand new and very exciting for Slovenia. And you were there, so yes, tell us what you thought.
All of the puzzles were really difficult, so the whole day was really hard. I think at the end of the group puzzle, we were all feeling a bit drunk. Only 5 groups finished in 3 hours, so it was really difficult. This one was the most difficult, I think. The
team one, right?
Sorry?
The one for teams was, you thought, the hardest one.
Yeah, the German castle. The pairs, I think the reaction was a loud gasp of despair.
Of seeing the glacier puzzle.
Yeah. But then it showed us it was not that difficult as we were expecting. Jeanette was calming me down. It's like, hey, you can sort the puzzles by colors very well. So she was doing all the psychological work for us. So we did quite well then.
Yes, because that castle one, they just put the information out that only I think that was the one that I think they had it was in Worlds as well, and only
all of them were,
only 4. I think only 4 people 4 teams chose to do that one, and only one finished it in 2 hours 49, I think, or something. So that's such a tough puzzle as well.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, but you've got trophies now.
Yeah, we got 3rd place in pairs and in groups. So.
That looked a lovely trophy.
They were so well made by a local artist from clay. It's really something special. I'm really glad I have them.
We've got we're organising the UK Nationals in April, and I watched the video today. And then about the first thing I did afterwards was send a WhatsApp message to the other organisers saying, "What are you doing about trophies?" Because they were so lovely. I thought we really need to be upping our game, I think, because they were really nice, real proper, really nice original thought in it as well.
Yeah, it's actually artwork.
They're really, Michelle, they're like a curved surface with puzzle sections out of this piece of clay, and then they're on a plinth, aren't they? They're really, really nice.
Yeah, I need to have a look at it, because I was actually driving home today and I was listening to to Jeanette's video, and so I couldn't see, but she was describing how they were made of clay and how luckily everybody got them home without getting them damaged. And I will have to see what they look like in real, because they sound quite beautiful. And I think that's the standard of puzzle trophies, is like they're getting more and more unique and innovative.
Yeah, maybe I can tell my husband to bring it so I can show it to you. Wait, let's see.
I'm amazed with that Eye of the Glacier one, Michelle, that they had. That's I'm
shocked. I would have probably cried if I saw that. Have you done it? Have you done that one, James?
No. Kasia quite wants to do it, but I would be so unhappy if that turned up in competition.
Are you good with gradients?
Nope. Kasia is, but I would quietly maybe do the white bit in the middle or something like that, and go, on you go.
I've started the puzzle and I did it casually, but then I got to a point, but I wasn't speed running it, I was just doing it casually, and then I just got to a point where it was all about shape sorting, and I was doing it on a small table, and I was just like I can't be bothered.
Look, here we go. Maya's got the trophy.
Oh wow! So they're
You can
each
keep
individual.
rotating it. It's like beautiful, and then it's got that
Oh
punched out bit of clay
wow!
Yeah,
in the middle. It's
That's
really lovely.
beautiful.
so
It's
beautiful.
it's properly shapely trophy. That I think that's really nice. That might be one of the nicest puzzle trophies I think I've seen, actually.
So now you have more competition next year because everyone will want to come to Slovenia and get one of
Yeah.
those.
Exactly.
But
Brr.
yeah, but in the pairs you were the top Slovenian team,
Yeah,
and in teams you were the top Slovenian team as well.
as well.
And from the soloists who were from Slovenia, how did you go?
She was the first and I was the second.
So Jeanette was
also
first,
up,
you're
yeah.
second. Amazing. Congratulations.
That's a
you.
power performance, Maya.
Yeah, really proud.
So you were exhausted but exhilarated.
Yeah, exactly.
So apart from any other puzzle competitions outside of Jigsaw Jam happening for you in the next sort of year or so?
I think I'm going to go to this local competition in the board game shops. Otherwise, I don't know. Maybe. What do you recommend?
Trip to Spain?
Oh, the Worlds. Yeah, I'm thinking about it, but it's hard for me to organize it. So maybe in the upcoming years, I'll definitely try to come. Maybe not next year.
Yeah. It's yes, everything has to align, doesn't it? But it is a great trip. Yeah. Good. Brilliant. Yeah. And is puzzling beginning to take off a little bit in Slovenia, or do you still have that thing where people look at you in a bemused, surprised way when you say what you do?
Well, some of them do, but I actually realized that a lot of my friends were doing it in secret. So we connected and we started to talk more about it and exchange puzzles. And also in Slovenia in general, I think the community is growing really fast. So it's developing really nicely.
Yeah. I heard somebody said to me that 50% of UK adults will do one puzzle in a year, will do at least one puzzle in a year. And I'm trying to think of many other activities where there's that many percentage of people do that. You know, it's I think there's a lot of, I mean, not everyone's doing it for speed, but I think there's a lot of quiet, shy puzzlers out there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And what about getting hold of puzzles? Are you okay for getting hold of all the brands, the Ravensburgers and everything? They're fairly available, or is that more problematic?
I think it's getting better in stores, but we can order them from anywhere, or we can exchange them, and there's a lot of different brands. You can get a hold of all of them, actually. Yeah.
Good. Brilliant. Oh, well, it sounds like things are about the same place in Slovenia as they are in the UK, that we're beginning to get things going. We're nowhere near the Netherlands. Did you hear the interview before with Inga?
Yes, it's incredible.
It's amazing. My mind is blown by that, because I've been thinking about the fact that there's probably will need to do something for Worlds with regards to preliminaries, but I didn't realize that was already happening in a country. Yeah. But some of us are just trying to catch up at the moment, eh?
Warming up.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Maya, I had a question. Do you ever see puzzles of Slovenia? Like, do you have Slovenian brands, or do you see pictures of photos of Slovenia on puzzles?
I'm not sure about the regular ones, but I recently started doing some very nice wooden puzzles from a Slovenian company. So this is quite, this is catching up. Otherwise, I'm not aware of other brands from Slovenia.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but nice that you use a local wooden brand making wooden puzzles. That's very nice. Yeah, what kind of puzzles do you enjoy doing?
I actually enjoy doing the bigger ones, 3,000 pieces and more. So recently I've been practicing more for the speed puzzling competitions, but now I'm going to take this holiday season for my bigger projects. So a few of them are waiting for me, a 5,000 puzzle and a few 3,000. So can't wait.
Yeah, which ones are you going to be doing?
It's the Ravensburger 5,000, the one with the big city landscape landmarks. I'm not sure of the name. And I got some for the, we got it as a reward also on the national competition. The one with, I'm not sure, Ravensburger ones.
Okay.
Mostly.
Oh, so that was one of your prizes for coming, coming second and third. You got some bigger puzzles, so 3,000 piece puzzles. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's rare to leave a puzzle competition without more puzzles than you started with, isn't it? It's like
in the last 2 weeks, I have like twice as many puzzles as I had before. So.
Yeah. Yes, it just strangely happens. Your house gets gently overtaken by puzzles.
Yeah.
How was it having all these international people come to your city or to your little country to do puzzles? That must have been pretty exciting.
It was so exciting. They were like, I think there were more people from other countries than from Slovenia. So it was really fun to talk to them, to get to know them, to exchange experiences about puzzling and making new friends. So really nice. I think they liked it. It was not in the capital city. It was in the smaller city where we usually have monthly competitions as well. It's a very nice place, so I think they enjoyed their stay as well.
Yeah, looked lovely. Sounds like a nice destination for a puzzle weekend.
Yeah, really nice.
Yeah. So any other comments you'd like to share with us about puzzles or the puzzle community or speed puzzling?
I would just like to point out the video from Jeanette that you mentioned before. So she did a very nice recap of the competition that you can find on YouTube. So take a look. It's really nice.
And did you find out about speed puzzling through Jeanette, or how did you find out about it?
Yeah, actually, we have a Facebook group for the puzzle exchange, and she started posting the invitations there. So that's where I found out.
Very nice. And what did you think of tonight's puzzle?
Well, I liked the puzzle very much, but I think I spaced out so many times. I had to really focus and refocus myself. I think it was not my day, but otherwise I liked it very much.
Good. Yeah, well, thank you so much for joining us. And nice to hear what's happening in Slovenia. Slovenia is now on the Europeans puzzle map. Hopefully we'll see another championship then next year. And you've got some beautiful trophies. So if you'd like to be interested in getting one of those, head to Slovenia next time. All right. Well, thanks so much. And thanks for joining our competitions. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Maya.
Bye.
So we have just over 5 minutes left, and we have 5 participants. And Bente is so close, and Johan is so close. Last piece is there. Go, go, go. Woohoo! Bente completes.
Brilliant.
Well done. Just in the nick of time. And Johan, last piece. Awesome. All right.
Let's see. Kirsty should get there.
Oh, and Kirsty's so close. Kirsty's got like 10 pieces. Yeah. Okay, and Daria only has like the 2 patches left. All right. Okay, and going well, Daniel, for first time. So still got the greens and the blues. Yes, stick with the blues. So let's see what they're. Yeah, so in the chat, meanwhile, on the YouTube chat, they were talking about the glacier. They actually also used the glacier as a pairs puzzle at the Brazil Championship. And the time limit was 2 hours, and only 12 of 52 pairs completed the puzzle. So 12 pairs completed in 2 hours. That just shows how hard it was. And this is in Brazil, so it's not in Europe, where many people already had the puzzle and may have trained for it. So we know some of the people who were at the Slovenian Championship had done this puzzle before, because it's in Europe. So in Brazil, it was probably for the majority of people a new puzzle, and then to get that in the pairs competition is pretty brutal.
Kirsty's just about there. Last few pieces. Well done.
Yay! Well done, Kirsty.
Kirsty.
So what's the hardest?
The dance. Very good. Brilliant.
Kirsty, do you want to turn your camera? Do you want to turn your microphone on and tell us anything? Now we have like 2 minutes. Oh, she's disappeared. But she said, she wrote in the chat, thank you all again. This is fun. Really great. James, what's the hardest puzzle you've ever had in a competition?
Oh, so we were in the pink lightning for our at the last one.
Pink Thunder.
So the blue, yeah, the Pink Thunder. So we had that, and we have looked at it since back in Good Daylight. We haven't done it again since, but we've looked at it in Good Daylight, and it looks a completely different puzzle to how it looked in the dome at 9 o'clock at night
with the artificial light.
It was so hard, and I was on the bottom bit, and Kasia did the gradient sky, and I was fine doing the horizon, and then it just looked black. And that was tough. But yeah, Kasia finished the sky before I finished the foreground. She had to come down and help me with the ground. But
I actually found the ground easier than the sky. I really struggled with the pinks, yeah, because like one of the lightning strips, like you can see the whites, and I just had this piece kind of floating around, and I just couldn't connect it. And then at some point I did connect it, and I realized it was actually quite close. But just for me, like gradients are terrible, just trying to differentiate the shades. Oh, yeah. At least with the black, I could actually see into the shadows, and I could differentiate some of the pieces.
Yeah. Otherwise, I think we've been pretty lucky.
So 1 minute, 1 minute left, and Daria, you can do it. Just like 15 pieces left.
What other pieces on the puzzle?
Look for the thicker piece. The thicker piece is the stem.
Mm.
Yes, yeah, and the branches only go in one. They go in the different directions. Oh, Daniel, oh, doing so well. All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Woo. Stop, Daniel. Stop. No, don't put that piece in. Stop, Daniel, stop. Okay.
He's on his ears.
He's
Amelia's
not listening.
Sort him out, Amelia.
Yeah. Okay. So close, though.
Oh,
if you want to, Daniel, you can, Amelia, you can count the pieces. Wow. So Daria had 13 pieces left. Oh, so close. Yeah, the last part's really hard because, yeah, like the left and the right are curvy, but they could go in either places. Yeah.
Tough.
Tricky. Okay, but you can continue on now. Come on, we want to see you finish it now. Go ahead.
We've got a defeated red panda.
Oh. But good job, Daniel and Daria, for your first solo competitions. Yes.
If only there was some sort of training school that Daniel could go to.
I wonder if there's a coach that could help him.
Well, there's a coach, or there's a puzzle coach anywhere he could contact. It does look like he's getting some coaching now. We get them to put their mic on. Do you want to talk to us?
Yeah,
Lieberman?
Daniel, do you want to tell us about your first competition? Yes, you can write there how many pieces you have left.
Hello.
Yeah, sorry.
How many pieces does he have left?
Oh, we got sound and then we lost it again.
67. Okay, we got it.
I'm going to press this, sorry.
Yeah, it was pretty hard for me, to be honest. But I tried to do it calmly, which you're not supposed to do in speed puzzling. But I really enjoyed this. It was really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which part did you like the most? Which part was fun for you?
I really like the egg part in the corner. It made me a bit hungry, to be honest.
Well done. And Daria just finished. Okay, Daria, you got those pieces in.
Let's go.
Yeah, no, well done. And are you going to stay up and finish that puzzle, or are you going to leave it for tomorrow?
I'm going to leave it for Prim.
Okay.
Prim looked very disappointed at the end.
Yeah, he's a little bit harsh coach.
Yeah. Good. And are you used to puzzling standing up? Because
Absolutely not. I usually sit down. So, yeah. But, gotta try some new things.
Mm-hmm. So would you be keen to do another solo competition?
In some point in the future.
Good. Are you participating in any pairs competitions coming up?
Am I?
Yeah, for the 1,001 with me.
Yes.
1,000 pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Good. And you'll be done at the dining table then?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think 1,000. I mean, it would fit here, but it would be a bit crowded.
Yeah, I think it would be better in the dining table.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well done. Enjoy. Yeah. And it was nice to see you there. And so, Emilia, if you can't make any appointments, you have someone who can jump in for you.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks very much, guys. Have a good night. Thanks. And Daria as well.
Well done, Daria. Well done, Daniel.
Good. All right.
Brilliant.
And thanks to everyone who's commenting on YouTube and watching. And thanks, James.
Oh, not a problem. A pleasure. Always enjoy it.
I think I need to wind down now. I think I need to have some water. And I was going to go back to have an early night and have a sleep, but I feel like I can still feel the adrenaline in my body. I feel like I'm still a bit on edge. I need to unwind after just all those finishes coming in 5 in the same minute. So it's going to be interesting to see the results. It's going to be.
It started stressful and it carried on.
But we did get to introduce everyone. So
well done. Well
at
done.
38 minutes. So that's how we know it's roughly 35 minutes. That's how long it takes to introduce 80 people. And then after that, yeah, so it's tricky if it's like, if the finishing time is at 31 minutes or 33 minutes, then it's a bit crammed. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed yourself tonight. And
Yeah, no, I did. I really enjoyed it. It's interesting because it's my second time doing this, and I think the first time you're never quite sure how it's going to go, and it felt it felt a lot easier this time. So it was nice.
Yeah, good. And are you going to be participating sometime soon?
So we're going to do the pairs on the 15th, and I think I've got one other slot I can do in January. Otherwise, I couldn't fit any other slots in with work. But yeah.
Oh yeah, then great. You and Kasia will be doing the 1,000 pieces with pairs.
Yes. I keep on trying to make her to have it in the diary and make sure she's got the morning free. So yeah, good.
Great. All right. Thanks, James, and thanks everyone. Good night.
Night.